Hi there, it's Bilal from IT Varsity. Today we're going to talk about variables in PHP. Now, if you've had any background in coding and you've worked with variables before, then PHP variables are very similar. But if you haven't worked with variables before, you'll be able to follow. If you're new to coding, this shouldn't be too difficult for you. So let's get down to it and do some PHP variables. Now in this lesson, we're going to look at PHP variables. Now PHP variables work in a very similar way to other programming languages like JavaScript. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by creating a couple of variables. Now in PHP, the one unique aspect about variables is that a variable name always starts with a $sign. So we're going to call this variable first name equals Tom dollar last name is equal to Smith, and let's create one more variable, dollar age is equal to 21. Okay, now you can see what I've done here, right? First name and last name are string type variables and we're storing strings in them, hence we're using the double quotes. Age, on the other hand, is a number. It's an integer variable. Now in PHP, unlike in languages like Java, you don't have to declare the variable type. The language automatically picks up the variable type from the type of variable that you store in it when you instantiate it. Okay, age is equal to 21. And let's just add one more number just for calculations. We'll call this one num2 is equal to 5. Okay, now very simple. We are going to output these variables separately. So let's take out hello everyone and we're going to output dollar first name. First uppercase N, because that's what I've named my variable. Let's save that, head into the browser, refresh, and there we got it. The first name is there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the last name to our echo statement. Now to add the last name, we use the string concatenator in PHP, which is a dot. Now you'll remember if you did the JavaScript course, in JavaScript, the string concatenator is the plus sign, the addition symbol. But in PHP, it's a dot. Last name. And there we have it. Double check the spelling. Awesome stuff. Save. Head to the browser and refresh. So you've got your name and your surname listed right there. Now we didn't add a space in between. Typically you'd add a space by putting a set of double quotes followed by another string concatenator. So in essence we've got three strings here. String 1 is dollar first name, string 2 is this empty string with a space in between, and string 3 is dollar last name, and the three strings are separated by dots. Let's save that and refresh. There we go. Looks much better. Now to output numbers is also pretty straightforward. Let's say we want to output Tom Smith's age. We simply type in age, dollar age, and there we go. That's it. You don't need the double quotes, very much like other languages. Refresh, and we've got his age there. Now you'll notice something that just happened here. Even though we have the echoes on two different lines, PHP doesn't recognize a line break there when you are doing the output. So when it's converting your text and your numbers into HTML, it sees these two lines as if they are a single line. That's something to remember. when you are designing your output. Now again, I'm not going to go too in-depth into this, but mathematical operations can happen right in your echo statements. So let's say we wanted to output age plus 5. That would amount to 26. Save, refresh, and there we have it, 26. We can replace the 5 with another variable, in this case $num2. Save and refresh. There we go, 26. Now PHP, like other programming languages, has a number of different variable types, of which we've seen 2 here. We've seen strings and integers. Now, if you look at the documentation of PHP, you'll find that besides strings and integers, you have float type variables, Boolean, arrays, types of object, and also there's the null, but we don't have to worry about the null right now. So those are the variable types in PHP. So you learned how to use variables and you learned about variable types. Pretty straightforward stuff.